everybody, this is the Dog H. Weber with another edition of Weber on Sports Express here on FingerLakes1.com. Hope you had a great weekend. 50 degrees today on Monday, January 23rd, 2012. Special happy birthday wishes to my wife Mary, who celebrates her big day today. Happy birthday, Mare. Deja Vu 2007. Giants versus New England. New England knocks off Baltimore, a shocked bunch of Ravens, 23-20. You want to be anybody in this world named Brad Jones, Jimmy Senecropi, Harold Weber, Dog, whatever. You don't want to have a name called Billy Cundiff. He's a young kid who sat on the bench eating surf and turf for all of the game. They're paying him X numbers of thousands of dollars to kick footballs for the Baltimore Ravens. They bring him in. Kick a 32-yarder, Billy. Go get him. Doink. Dead left. Looked like one of my wedge shots. Misses it. Not only did he miss the field goal, Billy Cundiff, he missed it badly. How about Ray Lewis and the defensive linemen and the linebackers and the sweat and the toil that the Ravens had to put into that game against New England, only to see an opportunity to go into overtime taken away from them by a missed field goal by a guy named Billy Cundiff. You want to be named anybody but Billy this morning. Sort of sad. You got to deliver, folks. You got to deliver. So the Patriots make it to Super Bowl. Yep, Indianapolis, February the 5th. Who are they going to play? How about Tom Coughlin and the Giants? A few weeks ago, Tom, the heat was on. Will he come back as head coach of the Giants? Now he can become mayor of New York City. He is the man. The Giants in a thriller. A thriller. Knock off San Fran in overtime. Final 20-17. Yes, some miscues by the 49ers. That's the way it goes. You know, Vernon Davis, except for those two long passes, the Giants played superbly. I think if I was the Giant coach, Coughlin, I'd be looking at Kenny Phillips, though. His nickname is not Manhole for manhole cover. I don't think he could cover me. He had 3 or 4 steps, Vernon Davis did, on a shocked Kenny Phillips. So as they get ready to take on the Patriots and Tom Brady, they better figure a way to get Kenny Phillips either out of the game or get him really schooled on how to stay with offensive linemen and offensive pass catching opportunities. Those guys were just eating Kenny Phillips alive. So the Giants, New England, let's play Deja Vu 2007, February 5th. At airtime of the show, the line had not come out on that game. We'll have to wait and see. Should be a thriller. Go Giants. SU basketball lose their first in Notre Dame. You know, don't get your panties in a knot, folks. Don't get all nervous and jerky over this. You know, I'm not an SU football fan with the librarian Doogie Marone, but I do respect their basketball program. It's one loss. Get over it. Okay? It's just a loss. Remember a couple of famous Weber lines. Understand it very carefully. Remember, all good things must come to an end. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Syracuse basketball scores 23 points against the Irish in the first half in South Bend. You're not going to beat Lamar Tech or Fayette Central scoring 23. The Fab Mello mystery continues. Where's Fab? Huh? Did he hit somebody in the face? Did he throw a piece of pizza at a professor? What happened? The Syracuse University administrators playing dumb and dumber. They won't tell us why Fab Mello did not make the trip to South Bend, and they're not going to tell us why he's not in Cincinnati tonight. And the Orange ought to be careful tonight, as Cincinnati will be licking their chops as the Orangemen come in. But it's one loss. My goal for Syracuse basketball, and it should be your goal if you're an SU fan, you want to be a number 1 or number 2 seed for the NCAAs. Syracuse got a nice team, but they got to expect more out of the rest of the players if Fab Mello doesn't show up for whatever reason. It seems to be a mystery, and it really drives me nuts why the administrations have to act like they're CIA. Well, on another topic that really irks me is Bud Selig got signed for 3 more years. He's too old. I'm old. I'm 66. He's old. Been around too long. Get somebody in there with some young blood. It's time to change. They're going to keep that old guy around for 3 more years. He's worthless. Bud Selig. To me, it was unfair to Frank McCord out there in L.A. The Dodgers, guy goes bankrupt. He had a chance to sell his local TV rights to Fox. Bud Selig turns him down. He showed favoritism to the Wilpons of the Mets, who he loaned money to keep them afloat. This guy is unwilling to expand instant replay to the bases. I am sick and tired of hearing you folks argue with me at bars and restaurants, oh, it's going to take too much time to check the replays at the bases. No, it isn't. You know what you do? 2 things. I've told you this 1,000 times. Listen up. Read my lips. Tell the pitcher not to throw over to first base more than 3 times. not the 16 times that some pitchers do. And stop these guys, Derek Jeter included, A-Rod, readjusting their glove after every pitch. They step out of the batter's box. How much time would you save if they told these guys, you go in the batter's box, you stay in there unless you have to take a leak? It's ridiculous. Let's cover the bases on instant replay. He's unwilling to expand it. And by the way, he's unwilling to let Pete Rose be forgiven. Everybody gets forgiven. My God, we forgave Richard Nixon. Let him be forgiven. Give him a shot at being voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He's truly deserving. Yes, he made mistakes, but it's time that Bud Selig gets over it. The guy's worthless. Now he's on campus for 3 more years as the commissioner of baseball. Horrible decision. Say it ain't so, Jim. Switching topics to Indianapolis, the fine owner of the Colts of Indy, who were 2-14 this year. There's speculation that he is considering hiring Jim Tressel, that bum, that thief, that robber that was with Ohio State, who knew that he had 6 or 7 athletes, starters, that broke the rules. What'd he do? Nothing. He let them play. He let them go to a bowl game. He lied. He cheated. He's worthless. And now there's rumors that the Colts, a fabled franchise in the NFL, may consider hiring him? Say it ain't so, Jim. Say it ain't so. By the way, Hobart, closer to home here, basketball program, boys basketball, men's basketball, phenomenal, playing great under head coach Mike Neer. From all of us here at FingerLakes1.com Sports, way to go, Mike. Way to go, Hobart basketball. Keep it up. And by the way, FingerLakes1.com Sports and Jimmy Senecropi, we're delving into the game of basketball. We're doing a 2-game package, play-by-play, with pictures. Yeah, February 3rd, Waterloo hosting the girls. The Newark girls come into town. They're undefeated at broadcast time on my show. Should be a good one. February the 3rd, yours truly go back doing some play-by-play. I can't wait. And I'll be working with a legend, probably one of the best basketball players ever to come out of Section 5 in Seneca Falls, New York, Matt Verkey. We're looking forward to covering that action. And also the following week, February the 10th, we'll be in Clyde covering Lions versus Clyde Savannah boys. Should be a good one. I hope that you'll join us on FingerLakes1.com Sports. We'll have a whole lot more publicity on our entry into basketball in the next few days. Don't forget Dog and Paulie coming up Wednesday. We got 2 guests. We're going to go via the phones and talk to Chuck Collins, the head coach of the Geneva women's bowling team. How does 84-0 sound? Undefeated for the 2nd time in 3 years. These girls are phenomenal, sensational, out of whack, out of mind, phenomenal. We're looking forward to talking to Chuck. Also, my good friend Jaminette Ortiz, the head cheerleading coach of the DeSales High School, will be in the house. She will be talking about her experiences and working with the DeSales, getting up, building up a cheerleading program. Should be a good time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, take care, everybody. That's a look at sports my way.